Hello. Oh, I thought they had give me transcoding again. All right. Hello, hello. Do. Do. Sorry. Hey, so happy Tuesday. Feels more like a Monday, but I'll take it. First, I did a little bit of work on this over the weekend and stuff. Hello. I'm trying to think of what. I did a little bit more lip syncing. I was working because I had.
What the hell is she singing now?
Had that one, but
I have no idea.
I was working on this one.
At least she's no longer on about the ponies.
So it's just really weird just sitting there staring at you. But I haven't done the last half of it. I'm trying to get the I'm trying to get some lip syncing done because I don't like animating without doing the lip syncing first. It's the thing I just can't do it. So I'm trying to get some of these more yay! These centralized point so that I can start working on animating a little bit. So like this part, I thought I'd start getting it because that's on its own.
What the hell is she singing now?
This one a little bit too, though he had such a long part that I decided to pass on that for now.
She's no longer on about the ponies.
But obviously the eyes and stuff are not done.
She's no longer on about the ponies.
But I have to do the last half of that. It's really weird because he has to. It's almost doing sarcasm. And also with that, the way he says ponies, I had to do the mouth a little differently. Yeah, I don't think I really did anything. Oh, I did, I think I did a little bit of cleanup on some of this. I still have to do that one a little bit. The lighting with the hair. I think it's a little bit bright there, but that's refinement. I'm going to try to get all the base out of the way. I still haven't set up these shots yet. I'm trying to remember what that one was. That's too far in. Oh, it's the eyes. That was it. Okay. Oh yeah, this is what I did. I started planning out these ones, so like this one is gonna be fun because it's just so much particles. So this is the burning ship. So I basically called that done. I might have to add a couple extra little particle bits while I set the ship on fire. Then I was trying to figure out what to do for the guy screaming, because technically in the bit here, I'm trying to keep this PG, so I don't want to have, or PG-ish, so I didn't want to have a guy dying. So this part where the guy gets crushed, I'm instead doing it where it's having Pinky get hit in the face with cake. Because I thought, why not? So I have I'm doing that instead. But I had to figure out some particles to make it look like that cake's actually splatting on her face. The problem is, as of right now, I only have one weekend open between, one Saturday open between now and December 20, between now and Christmas. So it's, I have some difficulties in doing that, on Saturdays. So I thought about doing something more during the week, like on a Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday, but I don't want to set up a schedule for it. So yeah, that's what this is. I thought about having it so Pinky was the one doing the cake throwing, but I decided to have her do it, hitting it with the cake. But then I also did this part, which I'm quite proud of. I did a picture of it before. So, it actually turned out pretty good. And obviously, it's... When it actually renders, it looks a little better. Because it has that nice little edges or whatever, but having the fabric blowing in the wind. But, yeah, that one... So that part turned out pretty cool. No, I still got a long ways to go to finish this. I mean, the red parts are the parts that I just have seen set up and nothing more. But this is pretty basic without the lighting. But setting up all the animated hair bits, I think she doesn't even really get up. She just kind of like leans over. I just have her kind of stop moving, but I like that that effect. And then I just have some like flagpole that I shoved up her ass, and it just has this flag. Though with the pole in the way, and I can't remove it because of texture things, I have to have it slide so that it hides the pole behind her and you can't see it. But it gives that effect of like that draping cape. So. And then I still have to do this part, because this splits in two. So it's doing this scene is going to be a little more difficult because that cape is technically red for that shot, and it is also unnaturally long for what it actually is. But to try to do a color version of that shot will be difficult, because that's I don't need the audio for that. Doing the rubble on the sides is easy. The fire only comes from that side. Glowing shouldn't be a difficult part. Doing that in red maybe it won't be that bad. It's just that the fabric that I have can't be rotated because it's locked to the that pole. At least if I use this one, so I can't actually rotate it around. It's locked to that position. That's why I have it just set right now to wave in there. And that's from Dota, I believe. And it has a whole bunch of bones to it, and so I just animated them to make them wavy. Probably should get rid of some of this extra wave. No, I do want to use this again. Yeah, it's a loop, so I can take this and move it on to the next one if I need to. But I'm not sure how to do that because he also has his hand out here and kind of that I'm gonna strangle a bitch kind of look, and I'm not sure how to do that either. The hair was also, again, if you were to have that hair drop from this point, its hair would be down to here. And his cape swung down is like down to here. There's no way that it could be that long. Creative freedom, I guess. And that firewall is just a bunch of fire jets that I have shooting out. And then I have one at a weird angle behind, so that because without that one at the weird angle, I think that's that one. I don't think maybe it wasn't that one. It was that one. It adds a little bit of extra light to her head here on this side because it didn't have enough, so I had to put someone at a weird angle. Yeah, well, for the cape I could. It's more of matching it to make it look like it's a part of her actual clothing. That's the problem. Because there's, as far as I can, if I remember right, there's no actual bones on the clothes. Yeah, there's not. So I hid the jiggle bones because I don't want to actually see them. And because of that, I'm stuck with how it's attached to her back end here. I can't change that, which is kind of annoying. it's the other like the other one was like with this look. All of her hair is animated except for the top part right here. I almost thought about taking another model and separating the hair, and just so I can wobble that back and forth, so I can have a little bit of motion. But so the outfit looks nice, but the problem is there's no bones in the back here. The other choice I have is instead I can get rid of just the back side of this, the clothing part. It's possible. I know how it'd be weird, but I can do it. Sorry. And then I could take like Trixie's cape and use that instead to at least give something to connect to this part with. But trying to match the colors, not just matching the colors, but matching it within that lighting is tough. And technically these scenes are going to be the same, so I might as well just put them right after each other. Okay, come on. There we go. I'm going to keep the cape going. Make sure that all this is extended how it should be. I mean, yes, I could do that, but a lot of it is in 2D here, there's a lot of creative freedom that was given with it. In 3D, it's a little bit more difficult to do that because you're already bordering on Uncanny Valley. Here, you can get away with it, nobody will notice, or at least it'll be more difficult to notice. Oh, plus I upped the bloom, that's why her eyes are glowing even with the lights off. The camera's bloom was increased. Otherwise, here, like, because of how the border of that her face was, if I had the camera at its normal bloom, it was like this. And I didn't like that because it lit it correctly. It didn't get that feeling of that explosive light, and that's what this did. Was it really gave that really bright glow, and I really liked that. So, and it actually is light at the areas behind her. So that's why I added extra fire so that it had brighter areas coming up to her head. That's just cool on its own. Without the fire. I'm gonna keep things going though, repeated. And her tail is not actually animated either. I had it, or I decided that it wasn't really needed. Okay, this is going to be difficult to copy-paste. Okay, this actually should work. And then her base position should be... Oh, I didn't copy the main. Would be this. Oh, that includes the hair back. Okay, keep that. This, let's try to match now everything except hair, ears. Oh, the ears as well. I can redo those. Highlight doesn't have to go bright all of a sudden. Okay, so there's fire coming up this way, that way, and then the background there. So I'm going to take those particles. I want to make sure that they're going for long enough. So right now they're starting at 77. That gives it time to start. And then I want to have it run for 10 seconds. I don't think I'll be using all of these, but let's have it all fixed. Whoops, that was not done right. Her eyes look really weird like that. There, they're fixed. So this should still keep going. No, good. There. You didn't really miss anything. Just making their shy look badass. This is going to be... I think this is pretty zoomed out. Is this backing up camera? Yep, it's backing up. And then slows down though. I think this is pretty zoomed out. Like it's a 35 or something. So it goes to about the same size, so I'll do it here. A little bit off the side. Okay, so we change quickly. And just before the end, it would stop. What did I do? Oh. Hit the wrong button. Okay. There we go. Back up. Probably back up and zoom out a bit. Why is this keep moving right away? Okay, there we go. Why is this going to the side? Then fire. So you put fire back there, which I already kind of have. So we'll get rid of that one, that one, that one. No, keep that one. Get rid of that one. 3 fire there? I only see 2. Oh, there's one further up, I think it was. I don't see that one making fire. That's weird. Alright. So that would be fire on that side, but I need to get this up a little higher because it's not really feeling like it's. Then it has too much of the beam version of the stuff. Maybe I just get it closer. There we go. Don't know what this one's doing, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Gotta change the seed so it's not acting the exact same. Put this over here, drop that down. I just need to fill in that little gap right there. So, up here. There we go. Why is that one blinking? Going in and out of... might be considered having clip issues on who's priority. See if that fixed it. Yeah, that fixed it. This one down more, which should. There we go. I just want to try to fill in some of the gaps there. Might need to put one extra one there, though. Wait a second. Hair's kind of jerky, but I'll fix that later. No, I didn't play Borderlands pre-sequel. I played, Tales from the Borderlands, but I always want to do more gaming streams, but I never really get around to it. Because usually I start getting out of crunch times, and also I'm really not playing anything entertaining right now. Everything's skipping. That's new. Oh! This technically shouldn't be. This should be set right here. She doesn't need the glasses. I think that's the back main that's causing that problem. This one. they're fixed. I used to play Payday 2 a lot, but it's never. It's like I had a small group of friends that I used to play that with, and that made it funny. Obviously, I had a video on it, but haven't really thought about doing it since. Well, and I have games I'm playing. It's just that they would, to me, they would be considered boring. So, like, what was one of them? Like, I've been playing Final Fantasy V. That's incredibly boring. That's a 2D RPG. Okay, so this cape, I can make this red-ish. See if that works. It has a base color, but I thought I actually did something to change that at one point. That's interesting. Any light from any side? Oh no, I bet you it's because they have radius. No, because if it have radius, just makes it glow even more. Well, I will ignore the cape for now. I might need to have the camera slowly go up here, because in the other one it doesn't actually show the feet ever, or it just barely does. Why does it drift to the side? Oh, now I remember why. Okay, yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna fix this. If I remember right, I had originally taken the camera and locked Fluttershy's root to it, because then what I can do is it's all oriented to her axis then, which is straight at her. So it makes it so I can back up a lot easier now. And it shouldn't break it in doing so. Definitely gonna have to have this camera back out a lot, because if I want to try to get some of that background stuff in there, it's not about backing up as much as it is zooming out. Okay, and then I'm gonna also have the camera a little to the side. It's not Butcher Shy, it's Ello Shy. Yeah, I did the Remembrance video. Actually, I made most of the Remembrance on here. So, most of these people saw it as I was making it. Okay, now I can unlock this. Or at least, I'm going to consider that unlockable now. I don't really need the boat. I just need to have crap. So first I need to add some fire that's in front of. So let's take this fire. Problem is, this camera is really close to her. Getting this to work would be tough. Because there's no way for me to keep these... Oh, that actually might be a little bit difficult there. Because it's all in a flat pane. This is going to cause, I think, a little bit of... what do you call that? Parallax. So I'm gonna put some of the background in here so I can figure if that's actually what I want to have done. So I need to do some kind of rubble. That actually could work there. Now, kind of, I need a large pile because I need it to actually go up and like this. And so I need some very loose rubble. That kind of works, but that rhubarb technically doesn't show right. It's a weird texture thing. Ooh. It's not enough, though. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Found it. The only problem is these things are going to be invisible once I fix it. So I think that's metalwork. Ah, it gets rid of everything. And I'm pretty sure if I add in alpha at 0.99969 Freudian, I guess. I don't think that will work. Usually you put in bright lighting and that just gets destroyed. Okay, that also means I have to put those fireballs further back because I have to have this up here a bit. That will make some problems. Mainly because you can see the beams coming up here. Whatever, one thing at a time. Make this work and then I can figure that out. So you get that bright light's gonna kill any of the rhubarb. Yeah, it just destroys it. Still workable though. So I have another idea. There's rhubarb models. I can just throw it in myself. I need to have expand into the shot so that there's more rubble the further in the shot it goes. Focus is still maintaining just about at her. Drop the aperture a bit. I'll keep it up a bit. How much was I able to afford? All of it? Unless you're talking about how much that cost, but I mean, between flight and everything, it wasn't that bad. I'd rather not go over numbers though. And actually that fire does kind of work how it is back there. I might want to duplicate it and add a little bit so that it has more of it, probably expand it a little bit, because I want to have it go across like this. There needs to be some fire rising up across the sides. But I don't want the fire to be drowning out this stuff here, so I probably need this to be bigger by the end here. That should work. Call this level 1. Level 2. Oh, no, that works. 2. I don't really accept anybody's friend requests anymore. I kind of like being a hermit, and so I have very few people that I have on there because I prefer to actually just kind of, if I'm not streaming, have my time. Where's that one fire here? Is this the smoked version? No, I got rid of. There's also a version with black smoke. I got rid of that on this because I didn't want the smoke getting in the way. This might be going too fast, technically. Yeah. So half the speed. That's the other thing for that previous shot. I need to add embers. There's no actual embers, or at least very minor. So I want to add a few more of those. It's a little bit higher. Oh, much. I wish I could scale these. I might need to find a different particle effect of just a fire there. I like this one because it has probably one of the more realistic effects to it. Kind of like this just because it has that moment where it kind of has a ball of fire move up here. like maybe a better seed will work. No, I think I need to find a different fire particle effect for those. Oh, those are not seed numbers. By changing the seed, it changes how the random numbers generate, so the fire will look a little different. You don't want to have all the fire looking exactly the same, so... I want to actually put these down here. Yeah. Maybe put this one further back and up. Right around here. I don't even care what the random numbers are. It's just a number. So whatever works to get it across. I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to turn this one up. I didn't want to have them at different angles, but I think I might have to. Nope, I guess not. Alright, we'll call that good on those for now. I need to do... I don't think... No, I got rid of them. Originally I had some other type of lights in here, but I didn't keep them. This would be... orange... Sable shadows, volumetric. That's too red. There. Trying from this angle is tough. Alright, so there's this glow in the background here. That's what I want to try to go. So I want to have an overall reddish and then a brighter orange center. It sounds like I'm describing a cookie. Whoa, that was way too high. Maybe put the 7 there. By dropping that far off, I can fade it, kind of make it more of a gradient there. So this one needs to be more red. A bit brighter. Okay, that should work for the red. Maybe a little more red. There we go. So this is going to be volumetric. This would be large. Not the best way to name it, but whatever. This would be small. So I need to have this be even brighter. I'm going to have this 800. And probably even brighter than that now that I think about it. I've dropped down the cutoff. More orange. This is going to have to be much, much brighter. 8,000. Probably a little bit more red in there. Probably actually kind of put it more at an angle. Does put a little bit too bright. Actually, I can probably drop the bloom on this. Well, there's too dark up here. I think with all those particles, it's ending too quick there. This needs to be that. Drop the height. I want to make it tighter so that it's... By making it tight, it allows me more control over it. Expand that a bit. Drop the cutoff again. To there. And then I want to take this one and probably expand this one just a bit more. Move it out. No, actually, I kind of like that darkness coming in there. And so that one helped give that extra little rim there, but to have it drop off better. Probably a little bit too much orange in this. Alright, that would work better. Yeah, that looks better. Now, where's the other rubble? I thought there was an... Oh, I bet you that this is behind the volumetrics for this. It is. Okay. That does make a problem, because now I have to make these go further out to... so that it doesn't. So I have to kind of set these up again. But I want to be able to see that rock back there, or those, the outline of this. Took a small one. I gotta move this there. Oh, that. Or I did move that. Yeah, I did. On here though. Radius notion. A little bit brighter. In terms of commissions, not really, and I don't like giving names for such. I don't know of any specifically that do commission. Well, and checking the animators, then definitely no. I would never put that on somebody. Animations take a lot of time, so it's hard to say I'm not gonna give people's names and stuff like that. Okay, this is still a little bit. I bet you I can pull it in though. Even that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. So it needs to be lights. Overall light of that. So this would be rubble, right, against. What do you mean by you're having your wings closed? I mean, because I don't have any twilights in this. Oh, okay, sorry, I see your message now. It depends, like, did you mean to animate them into a closed position? Because I actually made a whole tutorial on how to open and close wings. A little bit less light on the left one. Kind of want to make that one darker. Now for this one, I actually want to have shadows on. Have it much brighter than that too. better with the yeah, it looks with that radius maxed, it looks really good. I almost prefer it with the shadow in space. I might move it just a little hair down more. Okay, I gotta do the same on this other side. So this would be right shadowed. Call this one left shadowed. Okay, the problem is right here, you can see the rubble kind of, the ground for it. I don't want that. But what I can do instead, I'll take that rubble, just gonna churn it, and then bring it down. Just kind of make a, I'll put it behind the volumetric so I can give a sense of distance on it. Yeah, now it makes a better continuation back there. Don't like the lighting on this side as much as that side, but I think some of that might have to do with the for the radius down. Actually, radius all the way up. Shadow filter size. I'm not getting any shadow on it. I'm not getting any shadows on this one, so what is... that do it? I think that might have done it. Yeah, I don't think if... Well, to me, in FOE, there's really no name for the war, because I can't think of any other... Sorry. Open the window here. I'm locked. I guess not. No, getting out of my own window. There. It's... I can't think of any other war that they would have had. So, I mean... Really, the fact that they even have a name for the word, or a word for war, is in itself, I think, strange. It's the same reason why I always thought it was strange. Like, why is Tank named Tank? Why is when Rainbow Dash says in "May the best pet win," she says like a bullet. Why the hell is she using a reference of like a bullet? When, as far as I can tell, they don't know what a bullet is. So, Yeah, that's weird stuff like that. The other thing I wanted to try to figure out with doing this is there's a way, though I have to probably get trap code to make it kind of give that wobbling heat look. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to get trap code to do it. Alright, I'm going to try setting up... I want to change her pose a little bit. Is there any time I used the pose I'm trying to think of here? Kind of. Kind of, but I think I'll just do it myself here. So I need to do... It's hard with all this clothes stuff on. Or... So weird with that on. She's wearing pants. Okay, there. Now it's just Fluttershy. So I want to take her leg and put it out here a bit. I can change the pose between these because, well, for one, they did in the episode. This leg. I'm gonna have. I probably should have done this a little differently because I want to have this turned more this way. This way, and more that way. Actually, this does work this way. Never mind. Okay, that helps. The brightness was still maxed from previous camera. get rid of the base. I had locked her legs here, so I want to fix them. There we go. Now it's straight. Yeah, that's true. Almost good as how it is. Only problem I have with it right now, I guess, yeah, you can't tell which leg is which, but that's because I haven't turned the lights on yet. Choose one of the main six except Twilight. And except Twilight. Why can't I choose Twilight? Because that's mean. And what about I'm gonna be that guy because it seems to be one of the most common comments on Remembrance. What about Spike? What about Spike? Is what, you got a problem with Spike? Why isn't there Spike involved? Okay, I do need to set up the actual lighting for this now instead of just still using the other lighting. The head's turned too much for one though. Kind of like the head tilted. Maybe just did it down a little bit. So in here, his face was lit but hard to see. So I kind of want to do the same here. Well, it's lit because it's further away. That's why they can get away with it. So I think I want to keep a lot of these rim lights the same. Problem is I have to be careful with them because I don't want to hit that cape. Otherwise the cape's going to like literally blow up. Let me take that color down. I think I just turned it to 1, yeah, so 0.100. That's a lot better. When it crosses over, though, it really looks horrible. Why is that? Because they're crossing into each other? Ah, because I'm stretching that one texture like super far then. Yeah. There might be a way to fix that though. Even if it's just Well, even if you turn it to the outside, it doesn't matter. I'll make something work. I use the Naka models. Check the description of any video I've ever made, and you'll probably find them. They'll all be linked in the bottom of the description. Oh, the glowing eyes. It's just a couple settings changed on a light. That's all you have to do. So for one, I rolled the eyes in the back of her head so that all you can see is the whites. So I increased the convergence, and I changed the skin so that it's the smallest pupil, and then I increased the convergence to bring it in, and then when they're closed like this, they're fully white. Then all it is take a light. So I'll take this light. And a normal light's going to shine on the model, obviously. But the couple things you need to do is first you need to disable shadows. It does not work if it's shadowed. And then go into your show an element viewer, and then light. The only setting you have to worry about in here is this one, Uber light. You check that. It gives you immensely more control of the light, but it also is more difficult to use then. Then really the only thing you need to do is take this cutoff and just drop it to 0. For some reason the cutoff when dropped to 0 will bring in the lighting to the camera's base, like as close to the camera as possible, but for some reason it still will light the eyes. I think if you drop the max distance, actually max distance didn't work. I thought max distance would actually keep it. There are ways to actually bring it in, but in general, that's how you do it. If you get too close to the model, it will light it. Or no, is it cut on or it's cut off? Cut on or cut on? That's what it was, not cut off. So that's why if I get close enough, though, I still will light the model. Yeah, you can see right there, it's starting to light it a bit. But in general, that should just light the eyes. Then you can change them any color you want. So you can make them yellow, you can make them red, you can make them green. You can change the brightness so that it's just like just a little bit dimmed or just a little bit lit. If you really wanted to get like super detailed, you could give them lit pupils. So you could do something like having it general light like that, and take a second one. Like that. Probably make them a little lighter. Actually, let's make them brighter. So there's kind of neat things you can do with it. There. Now we have pupils that are kind of like made with lights. So yeah, it's kind of cool things you could do. These ones are actually close enough now that they are hitting the model. You can see it hitting up above the edge here just a teeny bit. But yeah, just cool effects. That's all you have to do it for them. And it should just affect the eyes, but you sometimes it's good to try to keep things away from or getting in the way of it, because it will. If another model comes in front of the light, it might be close enough to actually light up, and I've had that problem. Then I forgot about it. was I doing here? Oh, I was trying to get the lighting here. Get rid of that cape for now. Left rim 2. That was added just for the main. I think I'm gonna keep these. I'm just gonna drop the intensities of all of them. No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it the same for now. I'm not gonna actually change it, and then I'm going to instead. Okay. Start letting everything else and just work around it. So the lighting is mainly coming from this side. I'm not going to choose shadows right now. Drop the intensity of it quite a bit. What I want to do is I want to make sure that it has enough details. I'm going to actually put it right at the edge of the head. Put that radius up because it should meld it around the face. I found that does a better job of it than I ever could. The only problem with using radius a lot is since it has to be in is like working with it right now, like you can see the model's just blown out bright because it hasn't had the time to process it. But to make radius work, you have to have it a lot brighter than you normally would have something. This one I want to have a little bit more. Should probably put this up a bit higher. I don't want to have it like mirrored with the lighting. I want to have it be that light's coming mainly from one side. The other side's just kind of adding a little bit. So it has an imbalance, kind of like that. Oh, he doesn't have the red eyes here. And now the rim is way too bright on these, especially on this right side. Oh no, it's not. The right side's fine. The left side's overdone. But also her clothes are off, so now that her positioning is kind of done, I want to put her clothes back on. So yeah, it sucks that this kind of at least has an idea of what it looks like, but we have so much radius on this one, it's just going to make it really tough to get a good example of what is moving. The eyes are definitely needing to be adjusted though. It's even if I want to keep them red. Because technically they're supposed to be... Face is supposed to, I think I want to keep them red, just because without it, I don't know if they'd work. I have to have a little animation door to actually have her look alive instead of just standing there stoically. As of right now, the only thing I don't like about it is I don't think there's sharp enough lighting. And I'm wondering if that has to do with... Drop the ambient down a little bit. Probably dropping the radius on that side. So I don't like how right now it's utilizing her facial features, or how the lighting is bending around it. Because like right now, how it's hitting her nose is really awkward. Yeah, that would be considered better. A little bit. So that it keeps her nose having the same structure. Even then, I think it still needs to be sharper. Actually, that might work on that side. If I had another one. Not as bright. Further around. Could almost work for now. I think she looks a little bit... The mouth I don't like right now. I'm going to choose that. Okay, I'll keep that for now. Definitely got to have some more stuff going on in the background here, though. It's way too boring. Where is my firewalls? I just realized that that's called a firewall. I must protect my computers. Okay, the fire, I think, with this is constantly going. There's nothing on this side, but I want to add some. Creative freedom. I just can't wait until I have to render these parts. And by I can't wait, I mean this is gonna suck. I probably actually want to have these two aiming built more this way. Just because it's right now giving a feeling of a wind blowing in that direction. I want to keep that going. Should work. Well, kind of. Where's that middle one? Is this one? Drop that one down a bit. Oh, that's the... Who's this one now? That's not the one I want either. So it's this one. A little bit more. There. Well, it's not exciting. Rendering, I don't actually mind rendering as long as rendering is planned out. It's not bad. It's when you're like for Remembrance, when I was trying to get it done for BronyCon, I had to start and plan the renders out like 2 weeks before the convention because I had to start rendering. And because if I say video's done, I have 2 days to render, it's impossible. Well, it maybe would have been possible, but I would have never had access to my computer. So what I do instead, well, actually no, it would have been impossible. It took me a week and a half for the 1080 render. I had to start a render, go to bed, and then I would wake up in the morning, check that it's still running, go to work, come back from work, and ensure that everything is running smoothly. So, or when I get home, then I would cancel it, so that whatever the render was at that time, and the next night, take whatever shot hadn't been completed, restart it from there. So. Ooh, you know what? I might have to borrow something from this particle effect. I actually didn't mean to do something with this, but I'm thinking I might keep it. This one I might have a little higher though. Okay. I can add the smoke to these, but the problem with the smoke is if I go and turn that on, it blocks out some of the lighting behind it and the particles. So here now it actually blocked off some of these rocks and some of the great lighting. So I want to have the smoke off, but I do want to do something with this one specifically. Okay, so flames, disable. Wait, I don't think I did that right. Yeah, I did. Wait. Aha! That's what this is. Okay, I don't want any of these. Glow. I don't even care about the glow. I could delete these altogether, but then you can't undo. Drips. I already turned that off. And beam B I already shut off. So now the embers are what I want to actually worry about. So you can see the embers coming up here. Is that all that's left of this particle effect? And some kind of smoke. Where did smoke come from? That's this one, isn't it? Yeah. Because now I have, this is what I actually wanted to try to add more of, was these embers. Pass them right in front of her. Too close. Okay, so there's some embers, but I'm going to actually copy this, paste that. I'm going to make this 0.2 and this embers, make continuously, drop that down to 13. It's about half of its value. make that go faster. Go faster, because by doing that, I give it a feeling like you know, that there's different layers. Some moving faster, some moving slower. I hope that those blur nice and good. Yes, they do. Haha, okay. I don't think you can render in 8K. SFM, well, I think I tried, actually. Because you actually tell it what resolution you're on your preview screen at, and whether it be, like right now I'm running in 720 because it's less intensive. But you could tell it to run on 1080 or 2160, 2160 being 4K. I don't think that you can tell it to run at, what would that number be? 4320? Am I right? Yeah. 2160. I think so, yeah. Okay, so the fire, this looks really good on this side. I do need to add a little bit more flame here. Like I said, I wanted to try to find a different fire to do that. Pictures are different. If you're doing, because you can, because when you're, unless it allows you to change the video, which I don't think it lets you do here. Yeah, because the highest you can go is 720, but see, I can't even type in 1080. It won't let me go that high. Even if I type in 720, yeah, I can type in 720, but it won't let me put a 1 because it's saying that number's too high. But if you go to do a poster, posters are different. You can set this one to 2060. You can forward it to 4320. You could do anything you want there. Posters are excluded from that restriction. The only problem with doing a poster like this is normally you won't render bloom unless they fix that. So for like this picture, if I were to do this as a picture, all of this extra glow that's coming around the edges here wouldn't be there. It would get rid of the bloom. So I mean, here I can even export a quick poster. Does it do post effects? I'm at 128? So if I go and render a poster, now I can actually test to make sure this works. I'm just gonna do 720. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can see that it didn't do that. Where did you go? Oh, there it is. Ah, I should have done this PNG. Okay, see, when I did it as a poster, the final result is supposed to have this glow. Where is the glow? The glow is gone because posters don't render them for some stupid reason. So if you render things as a poster, you're going to actually have a lower quality if you do heavy lighting like that. To get the bloom, you have to render as an image sequence. And by doing it that way, you are restricting yourself to the limits that are within the software. So in this case, you're restricting yourself to 2160 being your highest resolution. No, I put the props back, so this is... She doesn't have the hat or anything on this. Don't need that open anymore. Because he doesn't have a hat, he doesn't have the glasses, he just has the coat and whatever. What else do I want to add to this shot? As of right now, I think that there needs to be something back here. Or no, yeah, this I need to do. Yeah, just add more fire. Fire. So I'm gonna try to find a better fire that's just stationary. I'm pretty sure Dota's got to have some regarding, like, torches or something. What do we got here? Anything that's exploding, they're going to make cheap. Anything that's stationary should have a lot of detail because it's something you can stare at. Sweep. No idea. Kind of neat though. That could kind of work. That's HW Rush, Fire Blast B. I'll try that. HW Rush, Fire Blast, BC. D and E, which means it probably is using that one down here. Yeah. I want to. It seems like it's a multiple particle effect, so I want to try to find all the pieces and use the main one, which looked to be that mini fire one. It here. Okay, mini rush fire. I'll try that. Well, lower the brightness for the light rays. Do you mean the one, like kind of like the ones I used in the the Remembrance video, the ones that are the models of light rays? Oops. I was looking for Rosh, but looking for mini Rosh. There we go, right at the bottom. So this one to go from, these have time to start, so 79, run it for 8 seconds. Okay, good, not too bad. So Blast C. For one, I want to try to I'm going to change all the offsets. So modify offset, disable that. That should put it more towards the center there. That's fine. With our sphere, I don't want it to go any direction but up. It's also spreading it around. Is there's emit noise? Is that what's doing that? Oh, the emit noise, that's fine, actually. Random force in all directions. That's what I don't want. Or at least I want to drastically reduce it. Still... Oh, oscillate vector. That's probably just doing it. Well, not all of it, anyway. But turn off enough things, I'll hit the one I want. Okay, I want to keep that one on. Oh. No, that's distance, so that's fine. That's not going to do it. I want to try to focus it more. I just wanted to go every which way. Okay, let me figure this out and then I'll show the lighting thing. What is doing it? Not that. I'll shut that off. Normally it's positioned within sphere, but that's definitely not. Okay, there's a natural small pull-up. That's normal. Keep that on. The electric control point I want on. I might just see if I can make it work how it is. The particle effect. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is, I think, off by a bit. Well, actually, I only modified the one. I had to modify the rest of them to match it. Now that I think about it. Let's modify. Let's hit random. Sphere random. That's fine. What is this one doing? Is it that sparkle thing? There we go. Didn't want that on the ground. I think that one's creating the sparkles, though. that. Okay, this emit noise makes sense. Random force. Drop that down. Basic oscillate vector. Those can be dangerous. It doesn't always render right. Starts out slow, then gets faster. Is there some... There's too many things going on here. Ah, I should just slow it down. Yeah, that did. Okay. Still want to have a little faster, so it's 150. And I'll be slowing the actual particle effect down, too. So... be a little faster on the lift. Keep that for now. And this is just a one-time thing, so I'm just going to shut that off. What are you doing, fire? Thought I turned off your place on ground. Ah, movement place on ground. Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want the fire attempting to run away. Where did it go, though? I see a fire. There we go. I just had to turn that off. Whoa, that is big. We don't want it that big. Let's see if that works. It might be a bit big, though. I think I can trim this, right? A little bit. Oh, this one might not be one that works out well if I move the camera into it. Because it might suddenly go whammo. Anyways, I wanted this up at a rock. Now that I think about it. Yeah, it might be a bit big. And then suddenly it overtakes her. Some of them act really weird. Like the one of them just tries to escape suddenly. I'm like, woof. I don't know if that one will work. No. Yes, she likes barbecue. What do you think she has all those animals for? They don't actually hibernate. They just have kids, and then she eats all the others, and then the kids are what hatch in the after winter is over. Anyway, so light beams. Wow. I've opened a lot of things since I had the video up. I'm waiting for this to crash, though. This is a really big file. Okay, ignore their glowing hair for one. Yep, there we go, it crashed. Oh, I can probably fix that hair now. I have to go back to that. Should be anything with these ones. There we go. Some people were fixed. I think this was for the beginning picture part, but I have some of these other ones still not saved. I prefer how you first said that you have a chicken texting you. I think that's funnier. Keep saying cluck cluck. There we go. Except for her hat is still lit, but I'm gonna ignore that. So anyway, so for the lighting for how I did the light beams in here, the light beams I believe are from Dota. This had a good shot. I like some of these ones towards the beginning here. I like this one. So, what I did for this and how to make these light beams work was well, the colored ones are actually some of the colors were done from actually have the window volumetrics, but even without that, oh, wrong one. I have to disable on. Bam! All the lights off. Even without the lights on, this is the light beams. But as soon as you add in some of these lights, like the only one I'm really caring about is this one. Is it that one? No. This one. Or did I modify that? I thought it was this one though. There we go. Oh, that looks crappy. I didn't use that in the final, did I? Oh, I did. Okay. But, so that was just the Windows light. But as soon as you add in another light like this, it does interact with some of those other ones and makes them brighter. I know there is other lights here that actually did interact with these to make these like yellower, but you use these in two different ways, and it kind of depends on angle and then the color override. So if I were to do it like this, I would have not so detailed volumetrics. I'm not turn that down there. Or you'd have this like hazy look. But for these widths, I actually turned these sideways so that they were hitting on the side, so that I could get these stronger beams on them. Like that. And then actually you could just rotate these very, very slowly to kind of give a perception of like a realistic light coming through the window. But as you can see actually with the this one, when I rotate it, it will come into hitting other people's lights. So you can, the light from that's lighting this guy actually will interact with it, and I had to carefully place those so that it didn't interact with the actual model, because it is still a model. Otherwise, a lot of these, to help make sure that I am as bright as I want to be, I have color overrides. So like this one, I have it set just a little bit less on blue so that it gives it more of a yellow color. Otherwise, it would be kind of like this, which is gives it more of this white color coming from the window, and I didn't want that. I think I broke one of these. I think I might have moved that position of that one a little bit. But it's still just doing the override. So if I do 222, I can make it brighter. If I do 20, 20, I can make it super bright. But obviously, by doing that, you're going to start having yourself see these edges of it, because this is still a plane of a model. So by putting them too bright, you're either going to have to want that look, or you're going to have to misposition them so that you can't see those edges. Here I just set to 111, so that I had that kind of, that's the base one, so that means it should fade correctly. But if you want to make it super yellow, you can do 0.5, and then more really yellow, which I did in a couple different shots. So, all it is to get the ways that I wanted the light rays to look were based on the color overrides and then how I rotated them. And there was a couple shots I thought that, so like here, I had to position them. Actually, I think, yes, I had to position these so that the light rays looked like they were coming through the window. So I couldn't put them too low. I just added one there too, so it had a little bit of effect. Which shot is it? I think this one? I had to do some, yeah, I had some super yellow colored ones because the lights weren't giving them the yellow hue that I wanted. Yeah, basically. But there's certain shots then, like here, I didn't want strong beams coming in. There's a lot of light rays here, mainly for those windows back there. But I didn't want strong beams like... I didn't want this coming in from behind them. Mainly because it's like severing necks and stuff. So this one I just wanted to have something that was set on a plane, so that was a little bit more balanced. Just it gave the hazy look that you would expect from a volumetric light, but it gives this artificial feeling of shadows that isn't actually there. And I loved being able to use those. I mean, if you actually look back, because I went through and I thought this was funny. I had this preview picture. This is before I did those special lights coming down, and the volumetric lights just feel so uniform. They didn't really give the feeling that I wanted. And when I found those models, and then I changed it so that it was more like this. It felt like it gave. I mean, I ignore Fluttershy's light because it's from the angle. Is that a word? Actually, I can probably find it better. Yeah, like here, it just felt so much more realistic to have the light coming down like that. It gave that false feeling of shadows, and I love that. That's why I loved using that model for the light rays instead. It's not usable in every situation. I haven't actually used it. I probably won't use it for the Alloshai thing. But for things like this, that you have that sharp light coming through a window that you really want to accentuate, this is perfect. So, and plus having the volumetric light actually come down and hit it, you can actually see here. The volumetric light is hitting the beams and is actually giving some of those. The gobo light is giving it that extra definition, like it's actually shining down, giving it the patches of color that you'd expect from it, and that's what I liked about it. But then, like in here, I colored the entire one more of a bluish. I colored the ones on the outside here pinker. This one over here for rarity, I think I colored a little bit purple, more purple. So yeah, just colorize and rotations. If I'm trying to explain something that I'm having to work through in my head, yes, I will say it's a filler word. A lot better than it used to be. We had a principal in my high school. Yeah, my high school principal. We would do a game where when he went over the announcements, we would count the amount of times that he said and sometimes in like a minute thing, he would say it like probably 13, 14 times. He'd be like, hi kids, and it's like, wow, you can't even see us and can't speak. Does that answer your question on that then? I don't know if you needed anything more on that. I might have went probably further than I needed to on it, but so yeah, pretties. I can't remember the name of that model. Radiant Light Rays. I think I used the Rainstorm a lot because the Rainstorm one had darker colors on the outsides and had the brighter interior, made it so it was easier to hide some of the borders of the light rays. Well, the normal light rays didn't. And then there is a light rays SFM. That one has crisscrossing models, which really made it difficult for me to use, and I didn't like. So I actually recommend you use the Rainstorm one if you can. But even so, I had no idea what I was doing with those light rays when I started. I just kind of started playing with them and figured out what happened. And I learned how to use them as I went. Yeah, don't say me. I see this crashing.
the hell is she singing now?
You know what I might actually do here? So I'm going to take the... This is Rebel 1. Right here, right? Yeah, Rebel 1. This is the right one, yes. Damn. Might be able to play with this perception a bit. Oh, that's the wrong direction. Okay, so that one was okay. This one, not so much. It was too fast. That makes sense with the particles not moving around. Yeah, actually does, it does kind of work that way. I think it actually carries kind of a cool effect. I'm going to take that and the camera though and round out the end of it so it doesn't come to a complete stop so quick. Is Remembrance the best piece of work I've done? No. It's the prettiest thing I've done. To me, actually, the best thing that I've, like, in terms of trying new things and for the time restraint, whatever, is probably still the Full Metal one, personally. But, Remembrance was made to be pretty. And so I did that very well, but it was also just drawn out to try to make it as pretty as possible. I know I don't always do these streams. I tend to do them every Tuesday and Friday, though Tuesdays sometimes shift. They'll happen really for a while. I don't do it for every animation, and usually I try to pick some part of an animation to not do on the stream, so that there's something that's not seen. So like in Remembrance, the ghost part where they all faded in, I didn't do that on the stream, so anybody that watched it later would have been like, oh, I didn't remember seeing that. Alishai's video last year, I didn't even show on the stream until the very, very end, like when I was done with it. Good night. I have multiple animations in the work. How many do I have started? So I have this one. I have the a Fallout picture thing I'm making. I think this is a different Awaken. No, it's not. It's the same one. Just trying to keep it all organized. I have another Fallout video started. I just haven't gotten back to it yet. I technically have Unbroken. I started it, but I didn't do too much with it. Just some lip syncing. That one I fully canceled. That was an old one. Capture the Flag thing I never did. Rainbow Dash beating the crap out of Trixie. Never finished that. Second course I got a good ways into and then stopped. That was broken and I decided to cancel. Awakening is a different video that I canceled. Luna Magic, that ended up being nothing. Good Girl I still want to do, have to get back to. I have a lot of stuff started and that I want to do. Yeah, I've done some Fallout stuff. Actually, I guess if you got to see what my best work is, it's probably that Fallout video. Leaving the stable. Just because it had a little of everything, and it was my first big attempt into making something cinematic. Trying to see if I can make that look good there. It just seems like there's something missing here. I'm thinking it's the flames on either side here, but I think it actually might be more fire in the air. Just seemed like this side's really bland. But I might just call that scene here good and move on. So this is going to be not intro. We're going to call this Alishai. What the heck? Yes. And I'm making that yellow because technically there's not much I have to do for animating. In general, I could consider that scene mostly finished. I would have to go back and do some cleanup. Same with this one. And then like this one too, because this is basically just fire. I think I consider one of these. Yeah, this one I basically considered fully done. So I like how that turned out. Yeah, I have years of ideas to go through, but I always end up canceling some ideas and moving on to others. That's why I have a specific folder just for canceled stuff. Because sometimes I go back to it. Oh, technically the Remembrance was a canceled video, and I had it in this folder for a while. The stuff that I'm kind of working on or doing stuff with are usually out here. I keep them out of the folders. Oh yeah, I could probably put that in the GIF one here. So since most of these are set up, I mean, I still have to do some of the ones here, but I'm not really worried about those right now. It's a lot of it is getting started on doing these, like the lip syncing here.
This is no longer on about the ponies. Ponies. Pop the 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 ponies 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 the ponies, 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 the ponies.
That's good stuff.
This is no longer on about the ponies.
It was actually hard because
This is no longer on about the ponies.
I mean, I still some of this I don't like at the beginning here, like at the very beginning here. Like here, I probably want to put this. Sorry, lip syncing is a very annoying sounding process. Like here, should have to close his mouth a bit more.
This is no longer on about the pond. No longer on about. This is no longer on about the pond. This is no longer on about the pond. He says a friend.
Oh, I thought I saw an error
This
there.
is no longer on about the pond. He says a.
It's the bonus. Because like even at the first part here with Spitfire is instead of the I had to make this out of Z. So I mean it was interesting because trying to make them speak in an accent is that was the same thing with Alish I did last year when I did that one. Is the voice had an accent to it, so it was interesting to have to work with an accent. And I thought that was actually kind of fun, and I thought it turned out really well. But like here, so what do I got for? For the I'm putting a little bit angry at the ease, especially in like situation like this where they're with an accent really helps. Okay, so here I was just doing only the mouth parts, like up and down, but here in the middle of it, he actually should pucker in a bit more. Right about there. But just beforehand here, I'm gonna have him pull back more. Because I've noticed that when I'm doing the lip stuff, like the up and down motion are one thing, but the sides of the lips usually delay a little bit and lag behind a lot of the sounds, especially with these accents I've been noticing. So that's why, like here, when the mouth opens, it actually, let's turn this off. You can see that it opens, it pulls back a little bit, then goes forward to make that O sound. But even before it fully closes, it's already starting to pull back again and get into that next position. So I've been doing it where you make the sounds, but then you play with how the pucker adjusts, so that more of it, like when you think of pound, like the way he says pony, it's while saying the P, the lips are pulling backwards and going forwards again, and so that's what I had to. So that's why I had to go backwards. Not too much, just enough to kind of get the sound in. So, it's just over time I've been starting to notice it.
No longer on about the ponies and the friendship and the friend.
Like here, I probably should do. So I'm gonna do more of this look. It's probably not. Here, I'm gonna put a little bit open here.
It's such a friendship.
And I'm trying to do more of these spikes because the way he's talking is very. It's not like a nice, smooth conversation. He's deliberately like pushing every word out, especially up here when he says the wrapping of a winter. I'm going to have to really cause a lot of those spikes because I want them to quickly change between each one. But like here, I probably want to actually change this so that it goes a little here a little quicker. I want to probably also keep the lip pucker, the lip bite here a bit more. But even here, he kind of gets to this a bit quicker, so I'm going to actually change this so that it actually has all of this pull in a bit quicker. He's going to start going into a shh. Friend shh. I lock my mouth. It is not also just about how you make the sh sound. It's how the lips would look while working your way into that. Because some letters, while they make the same sound, you might look different depending on the how it sounded beforehand. So but I'm actually going to have the pucker start pulling it a bit earlier. So like in this one, normally you think with a P like you'd be puckered, but friendship and going back into the you'd probably have you wouldn't be that puckered. You'd actually have it pulled pretty far back.
Friendship and longer on about the pawn is such a friendship and the rapid. There's a friendship and the pawn is such a friendship and the rapid.
Yeah. I need a new format still. I'm working on it. What was that here? No, this is just all practice. I'm not actually making a video of this. No, it's a video kind of. I want to have it out for Halloween, but there's a lot of work to do, so I don't know if I'm gonna have it out then. I'm gonna actually probably add in from here on just a little bit of anger, because he's gonna have that look. I can decrease it if I need, but it does come in handy to be able to at least have it as a base. Then I'm not forgetting it. I just want to start playing with the sharper points here. And, okay, so this is going to be more teeth. So this is going to be pulling back on a little bit. Probably want to have this more pucker, actually. Because this makes the D sound. I don't even want to know what the D sound is. But it also does the Z a little bit. Save myself some work by It's not animation desk. I was joking. It's from this. Nope.
Popular a couple of years back.
At least she's no longer on about the ponies as a friendship ends the wrapping up of winter.
Never gonna let you die.
So that's what that's
Wrapping
from.
up of winter.
Okay, is the pucker separated here? Yes, it is.
Ends the wrapping up of winter. Ends the wrapping up of winter. The ship ends the wrapping up of winter. Wrapping up of winter. Wrapping up of winter. Wrapping up. Wrapping up of winter.
Still want more pucker on this, or at least more forward motion.
Wrapping up of winter. Shipments are wrapping up of winter. About the ponies as a friendship ends the wrapping up of winter. Shipments are wrapping up of winter.
So I'm trying to get the timing on here. Something just not right here.
Shipments are wrapping up. Shipments are wrapping up of winter.
No, that fixed it.
It's
Okay.
wrapping up of.
I think that'll be the same thing here then.
Wrapping up of winter. The wrapping up of winter.
Or some mouth folder.
Wrapping up of winter.
Okay, I did an F sound here.
Shipments are wrapping up of winter. Wrapping up.
Okay, so I need to do this really quick. So this needs to do some out. So like here and here. And then an At this point, this needs to have pucker drop quite a bit.
Clearing out the cuenta. Shipments are wrapping up the cuenta. This is no longer on the back. The pawn is at the French. Shipments are wrapping up the cuenta. Shipments are wrapping up the cuenta.
Yeah, mode neutral really has problems when you really start putting on heavy pucker. So here, I want to say winter, but I can't have neutral on so high. I have to bring it down. I probably actually bring down that too, and then pucker to fill in the rest. Okay with the timing for that? But I think this needs to come in a little quicker.
Wrapping up the cuenta. French shipments are wrapping up the cuenta. This is the French shipments are wrapping up the cuenta. French shipments are wrapping up the cuenta. Oh, this is the French shipments are wrapping up the cuenta.
Quicker. Just into that way. Wah.
Cuenta. Cuenta. The cuenta. Friends are wrapping up the cuenta. Oh, he says the French. Friends are wrapping up the cuenta. Cuenta. Bring out the cuenta. The cuenta. winter.
Winter.
The winter. Shipments are wrapping up the winter. The winter. The winter.
I think for the most part, I still want to clean it up a little bit later, but
At least she's no longer on about the pony since a friend. Shipments are wrapping up the winter.
winter. That means that I can actually animate the
At
scene.
least she's no
Then.
longer on about the pony since a friend. Shipments are wrapping up the winter. Shipments are wrapping up the winter.
Because I still have to take a go through it. I do more lip modifications because one of the things is, I mean, right now the model's not moving, but you can see that for the most part, the only things that are really being modified on the face is just the mouth. But it's the parts that modify it the most are like the P's here, because in these ones you can actually see the entire upper face move a little bit. You know, the nose and everything. It's a little bit of extra life to everything, and that's these ones, the lip bite and mouth pucker. They're the ones that really give a lot of the change to how the mouth looks, and by adding those to the sounds so that you can, because right now the only lip modifications I made are for specific noises, but the lips themselves should have life to them. But I will go through that later and actually add the extra details to that. I'm not really worried about that right now, so that it doesn't look like a stationary bottom lip is actually going back around and moving around. It actually looks like flesh, not cardboard.
At least she's no longer winter.
So funny, bud. Where am I going? Stop it. I know, I thought... There we go. Alright, you should be swearing. It sounds like he's saying shit and over and over and over again. Or chicken. Chicken. Okay, we're good. The way Scootaloo. Nobody loves you. You can do. I've always said the only thing I don't mind about people posting from the streams is, say, this entire part was posted somewhere, then that'd be one thing because it's spoilers. But if it's something goofy I did in there, I don't care.
Lakeisha is no longer on about the pawn. He says a friendship ends the wrapping of the winter. Friendship ends the wrapping of the winter. Winter. That ends the wrapping of the winter. 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 His pawn, he says a friendship ends the wrapping of the winter. That shit is no longer on about the pawn, he says a friendship ends the wrapping of the winter.
Sorry, I wanted to double check that some of that stuff was working. And a lot of it is I'll probably go back to that like tomorrow and look at it and say, okay, this part doesn't work, this part doesn't work. You just have to take a break from it to make sure it actually works.
What the hell is she singing now?
I have no idea.
I hate lip syncing so much though.
This shit is no longer on about the pawn. He says the pawn, he says a friend. Got the pawn.
Wait, hold on.
He's the pawn, he's the pawn, he says got the pawn, he says the pawn, he says a friend pawn, he says a friend pawn, he says the pawn, he says a pawn, he says a pawn, he says a pawn, he says a
This is a very short list.
pawn, he says a pawn, he says a pawn, he says a pawn, he says a pawn, he says the 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 pawn, he says.
Okay.
He's no longer.
The thing about lip syncing is just finding those reaction faces. Whoa!
Like this.
Ow, and I won't bother doing any of the keyframing for that because it's 9 o'clock. Oh my god. That means no, it's done. We're done. Yes, that's for ponies. So that makes it the lip syncing being done and so the lip syncing is going to be the most daunting thing in all this because to me lip syncing is boring as hell. It takes forever, at least the way I do it, and I still have to do. I don't think that shot I actually have to worry about it because I think it shows her backside. Yeah, that's her backside, so I don't have to worry about that one. So I have to do that scene with that guy, still that one I'm done. Gotta do it there. This technically I don't have to do it in. This is gonna be a lot to do. But at least he says never a few times. It means I can copy paste. Don't have to lip sync till the end of this.
Mein Fräulein Van Winkle, the song was nice, so you don't need to.
I'm actually kind of sad I don't get to do any lip syncing for Alucard.
Focus your fire. 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 We are going fire. We are going to tear the aircraft apart.
It's good to know.
Can kill you, Alucard.
That's because you don't see the man to do a woman's job.
So much stuff going on in these shots. Why is your main broken? I might look into that. Getting there, yay! And actually, there's generally not that. There's funny stuff about this, but it starts funny, but it ends more awesome. That's why I had to add the pinky in there. But sometimes going from serious to a laugh can be important. Like that's why on where is it? Oh, I still call it Awaken on here. For this one, technically, the reason it was supposed to be all sad, whatever. But then at the pinky jumping at Twilight was meant to be a and I've noticed a lot of reactions on it too, that it makes a serious moment and then gives a small little giggle at the end, which is probably one of the better giggles you can have. And that's the same thing with Pinky at the end here, when she does her little drop thing, is people get a laugh out of it, and I think that's one of the more important laughs to get after something that's sad. So, so sometimes it's doing a correct mix of funny with serious can have a better result than just having one or the other. But, anyways, so that is it for the stream. I'm gonna close this so I don't do anything more. Bye. So much open. So that's it for today. Why did I had a coworker call at 5:30? That's wonderful. Everything should be fine for Friday. Yes. So Friday we have I'll be streaming again, and we'll do more of this and all that. So. Alright. Guys, thanks for coming again. Depending on how I feel on Thursday, as long as I don't have anything planned Thursday, do I? No. I might do a gaming stream because it seems to be people want me to. Maybe. It just kind of depends on how I feel. So, but I don't know what time it would be. 6 o'clock the earliest, though. So, anyways, we'll figure something out later. Anyways, so have a good night, and I will see you guys at least on Friday. So, bye.